Hey everyone, today we're looking at the Tecware Phantom Plus and Phantom Plus Elite keyboards. The Phantom Plus is available in black in 104 or 87 key options, aka full size or TKL, with the Phantom Plus Elite available in black and white, but only currently available in a TKL option. But there's always the possibility we might see a full size version in the future. Both keyboards have 4 switch options. These are Tecware owns that come with V3 stabilizers and are pre-lubed for your pleasure. They're orange, brown, pink and red. Thankfully these colours match the Cherry MX colours, so it's not confusing. The brown is a tactile switch with a bump, and then the orange is a lighter version of that. And then the reds are a linear switch, with the pink being a heavier version, much like the Cherry MX blacks. For the keyboards I have here, I've opted for a red in the Phantom Plus, and then a brown in the Phantom Plus Elite. And of course I'll have some sound samples of these later in the video. Getting into the box, both keyboards come with a switch and keycap puller and then 4 replacement switches matching the rest, which are handy to have just in case any start being a little bit funny. And if you're looking to replace any of the switches straight off the bat, the Elite has 5 pin sockets, whereas the regular Phantom Plus has 3 pins. You also get a braided USB cable. The Phantom has a straight version and the Elite comes with a coiled cable, and both of those are 2 meters long, even incorporating the coil that you'll find on the Elite. Also in the box of the Elite you'll find a USB receiver, as it offers 2.4 GHz and Wi-Fi connectivity, with the battery having a massive 250 hours of continuous use. That will be with the RGB off, and of course your mileage may vary if you're leaving it on. Both keyboards have a lot of layers to them, giving a very rigid and heavy design. Looking at them, the main visual difference is the Elite has a removable V2 shroud that simply covers the board, changing the keys from the floating style to a more classic look. This one difference instantly made me prefer that over the non-Elite, and I think it makes it look a lot more premium. You can also get this cover separately on Amazon if you fancy making a panda colour keyboard, or if you want to add one to the regular Phantom Plus keyboard, and I'll link that down below. It is worth mentioning that because this keyboard is quite heavy, be careful when you pick it up, as the shroud can come away quite easily. As you can see, the design between the keyboards is identical, and I'm pretty sure they use the same base parts to make both keyboards, and there's more evidence of that around the back of the keyboards, which you'll see in a minute. The layout of these keyboards are a pretty standard design, but the less is more approach, and also the if it's not broken then don't fix it phrases can certainly apply here. One small difference to the face of the keyboard is to the right hand side. On the Phantom Plus the LED indicators are for caps and windows lock, then on the Elite it's a caps lock and power indicator. The other difference between the models that you might have been able to see if you're familiar with keyboards is the difference in keycaps. The regular Phantom Plus comes with double shot ABS keycaps, then the Elite with double shot PBT keycaps. Again, the Elite is my choice here. The double shot ABS are very nice to type and game on, but they have a little bit of a slipperiness, so to speak, that the PBT just don't have. They also have a little bit more of a matte look as well, which might not be for everyone, but for me, stealth and matte designs I'm all for. For multimedia controls, the Phantom Plus has the functions printed on the side of the keycaps, whereas the Elite doesn't, hence the included printed guide. All are activated with the function key and then the respective F keys. I found it took some time to get used to the placements of the controls, but you do pick it up after a while. The lighting modes can also be controlled with the keys too, and I'll put all of the options on the screen for you to see. Both keyboards use the same options, and then the Elite has a couple of extra options for the wireless, which I'll cover in a minute. Going to the rear of the keyboards, here's the sign that Tecware are using the same basis for both. And just to clarify, I'm mentioning this purely as an observation, not a complaint. For the regular Phantom Plus, we just have a USB-C port for the included cable, and then the Elite also has a switch to choose between wireless, 2.4 GHz and wired. Here are the additional options that I mentioned, which allow you to control the pairing and switch between PCs without the need for software. There are lots of functions that can be performed on both keyboards, and I'll put them all on the screen so you can see them just in case you're wondering, as there are quite a lot of features that I personally wouldn't use, but others might want to see. On the underside of the keyboards there are lots of rubber pads to prevent slipping, plus more on the feet when adjusting the typing angle. As I mentioned at the start, I picked the Phantom Plus with red switches, then the Elite with browns, and here's how those keyboards sound with their respective keycaps. The double shot PBT certainly give a lower sounding thock over the double shot ABS keycaps. I generally prefer brown switches for typing and reds for gaming, but here the combo of brown and the PBT just sound really nice together. And as you can probably guess, the Elite's been my favourite of the two keyboards. I think it offers a lot for the current price of $99.99, and though I think that's fairly reasonable, The Shroud PBT keycaps and flexibility from wired and wireless options that the Elite gives it, I think just makes it miles better, and all for just £20. Given that the Elite offers so much more for so little, it'd be quite interesting to see the ratio in which these sell, and if the regular Phantom was say $69.99, then it would certainly make the decision and comparison a lot harder, but at the current prices, it's the Elite all day. Both keyboards are very well built, nice and heavy, and they feel good to use, and will make great options for any setup. I've been using the Elite on my desk for a while now, and I'm likely going to keep it there after this video too. But I don't have that RGB on, as I mentioned at the start, if you use RGB, you might find you have to charge it a bit more frequently. Overall, these keyboards offer great price to performance, be it for working, gaming, or a bit of both. If you have any more questions, then please leave them down below and I'll get back to you. Links will be in the description as well if you want to pick either of these up. Thank you all for watching. If you enjoyed the video, then please subscribe and ding the bell so you don't miss a future one. Thank you to Tecware for sending these over for me to review, and I'll see you all in the next one.